you said something about being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. That's just point blank. To grow, you have to do something different. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to continue to seek levels of growth. And so when I started this journey, the first thing I said to you was, I want to lose 60 pounds. And it wasn't losing 60 pounds. What I was really saying is I lost sight of myself. From being a wife, a business leader, a mom, somewhere along the lines, I lost sight of myself. And I had to gain that back. And now for the last, almost going on a month now, I meet with you 3 times a week for 1 hour. So out of the 100 hours I work a week, I have 1 hour, 3 days a week to myself. No kids, no phone calls, no work things, nothing. I have 1 hour to myself. And that's everything for me. And to have that process to say, you know, yes, it's hard in the beginning. Hopefully it gets easier, but I hope it doesn't get easier. I hope it gets more and more challenging because I want you to push me to my capacity. And I want to keep growing, and I want to keep growing. It may be in a couple years I'm running a marathon or doing something, you know, to have those goals. And so I think, to answer your question, you know, where was I at? It was a point of I lost myself. And coming here week by week has allowed me to take a little piece of that back, but also change and become something different at the same time. Like learning new eating habits, saying, hey, you know, I'm going to know without a doubt this week, I'm going to put in 90 plus hours at work. I'm going to put in 90 hours. And to say carrots and hummus, go buy that from the grocery store, put it in the refrigerator, eat it when you are working a 16-hour day. That's the most simplest thing I could have ever done. But that never registered to me before. So it's those simple habits and principles that you have taught me that has helped me regain my identity, but also create something new. And so I hope I answered your question.
You did answer my question. I love how you said regaining your identity, because it's the identity that dictates the quality of your habits and your behaviors. And I love what you said earlier when we were working out, when we are going through the process of bettering ourselves, it's important you protect what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Talk about that concept, because it's easy to fall backwards or over to the wayside because you get distracted by just the noise and all the minutia that's surrounding your efforts towards being better. You
have to have tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. But you also, when you have a treasure, you protect that treasure, right? That prized possession. Something means a lot to you, you protect it, right? You protect how it gets seen, you protect what it hears. That's the same thing with health in our bodies. When we're transitioning and adapting new principles, we have to have tunnel vision. We have to protect what we see and what we hear. So I might not be able to watch Food Network shows because, you know, if it's not healthy, you know, I can't, you know, watch that because that's going to tempt me to, you know, want to eat out or eat unhealthy. And then I surround myself with people that encourage me. You know, my family is a big supporter of keep going, keep pushing, try new healthy recipes. And I protect that. If it's somebody that, hey, let's go eat out or whatever, no, thank you. You know, it's protecting what I see and what I hear. And having my guard up before I even enter a situation, because you don't want to fall back. And so that's kind of what I've learned so far, is just kind of protecting what I see and what I hear. And another thing, you know, watching TV. You know, they put them Burger King commercials on at night and the McDonald's commercials at night. for a reason. They have studied human behavior for a very long time. You're talking about billion-dollar corporations. You know, they have even my local Hy-Vee. Nothing wrong with Hy-Vee. Please don't come after me. But
better not.
They show me their sales. Discount this, discount that, discount that. They have studied human behavior, so they know when the average person is watching a show, watching a TV, and then that gets into your mind, and before you know it, you're meditating on getting a Big Mac.
Wow. Instead of going to McDonald's to get the Big Mac, you need to show up to Kahava and get a veggie.
Yes,
burrito.
A healthy veggie burrito and a breakfast sandwich now. So a healthy breakfast sandwich. So
That's such a good word.
It's all about protecting what you value, and you should value you the most.
Protect what you value. That's so good, because what you care about gets nurtured.
Yes, it does.
So you need to care about your health.
Yes.
Well, that is so good.
And I will take it one step further. You need to care about you. A lot of times the reason why we don't nurture and take care of our health because we don't value ourselves and we don't care for ourselves. And so we have to get to a point where we care about us. And people might say that's selfish. It's not. You have to care about you.
Wow. America is probably one of the most, or if not the most prosperous country in the world. However, obesity is the highest here.
Yes.
Depression is the highest here. What is your perspective on the reasoning behind those statistics?
I think a lot of it is not educating people. I grew up where, there was we had PE, but there was no one teaching us how to take care of our bodies, how to eat healthy. I think in 6th grade, I had like a home economics, which try to teach us how to cook and stuff. But it's education, right? It's educating our communities on what health is. You know what I mean? Because health can look different, especially in the African American community. We deal with diabetes, high blood pressure, and those things are very real in our communities. And so how do we educate people where you can eat healthy? How do we establish, start businesses where we have healthy grocery stores versus liquor stores on every corner? Or how do we have in our community healthy business restaurants where they're selling salads, not at a ridiculous price? How do we create those businesses in our communities? Because in most urban communities, we have a lot of McDonald's and Burger Kings and all these fast food restaurants. How are we not pouring resources and money into business owners to provide healthy options for their community? So it's not just I feel like it's a system problem. I think it is a lot of us who are just not educated on what we need to do.
Miseducation.
Yeah, miseducation is a lot of it. I mean, you go to, and I know you go to the high schools and middle schools and teach education on fitness. And that's so great, because I wish I had a TC when I was in 9th grade, because in 9th grade, no one taught us how to work our bodies, how to weight lift, how to run. And I wasn't an athlete. So if I wasn't an athlete,
really?
Yeah.
She's an athlete. We just got done doing snatches today. You look like an athlete.
I wasn't an athlete.
Okay.
I did all social activities in school. So, if you're not an athlete, then you don't get that regiment of workout and activities and all that good stuff like that. And so how do we educate people to, when you come home from school, you come home from work, you don't sit on the couch and eat popcorn or eat that bag of chips that is in the cupboard? How do we educate that?
That's a great word you just gave today, Tashaira. You are just half woman, half amazing. Thank you for always encouraging and inspiring everyone. And I just love the energy that you bring into the world. Before we close our podcast today, give us one more perspective on what we can do to be better every day. What are a couple steps that we can take if we're struggling with our faith, we're struggling with self-doubt and the obstacles that God has put in front of us? what are one or two concepts or key takeaways that have worked well for you that once applied, it can help us overcome in any challenge that we might experience?
Two principles. First one is very simple. Trust God. The second one, keep going. Don't stop. Keep going, no matter what. Keep going. Trust God. Keep going. Trust God. Keep going. That's 2 feet. 1 feet is the trust God. The second step is keep going. Trust God. Keep going. Trust God. Keep going. Trust God. Keep going.
Until you overcome it.
And before you know it, you'll look up, because you're looking at your feet at the current moment. But when you look up, the promise is right there.
I trust God, I keep going, get stronger.
Yes.
Trust God, keep going, get stronger.
Yes.
Till you become the person who can hold on to the thing that God has for you.
Yes. And then when you look up, you're Superwoman or Superman.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Superwoman like you.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. That was amazing, a word today. So, Tashaira, thank you for being on our podcast today.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
My key takeaway from her is just you have to trust God.
Yeah.
You need to keep going.
Keep going.
Believe in yourself.
Yes.
And faith is the currency of all excellence that you pursue in life.
Yes, it is.
Amazing. Make sure, thank you for being awesome. You are awesome.
Thank you.
Make sure you all subscribe to the TC Lifestyle Fit YouTube channel. Share this video. Talk about it, and continue to be the best version of yourself. You deserve it. You're amazing.
Yep.
You can conquer all things if you just trust God and you keep going.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you on the next podcast.